Welcome back to another episode of Southern Hang. Listeners, we've got 4 college friends that have known each other now for over 3 decades. I consider these boys my friends, my pals, my brother man, my broski. We've got a good rapport. We started off this as a road trip for baseball, and we've evolved this into a little podcast here. And we've known each other, like I say, for over 30 years, and we've known our Southern Hang family now for a little over 6 months. And what we found out is that life still kind of gets in the way, right? Even though we're getting together here on a weekly basis and we're going through some different stuff on the podcast, life has still kind of gotten in the way, and we don't always get a chance to stay together. And I don't know if I'm jealous or if I'm happy. I think I'm a little bit of both. You know, when I think about jealousy, I look at some quotes, do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. And I'm super jealous. I didn't get to attend Bourbon and Beyond this past weekend. My boy Neil and I, we got tied up, did get a chance to get out there, but we've been growing the podcast, we've been growing our following. We got ourselves some media credentials, and tonight's episode, we're going to take a sit back, listen to Craig, listen to Sherman, walk us through who they met, what they found, and what it was like being inside the ropes at Bourbon and Beyond.
Hey, jealousy.
Yeah, tell me about it, man.
Absolutely. It was amazing. And we missed you guys. We really did. Craig and I think Craig got to do more than I did. I was over there in a kind of dual capacity, dual role. But yeah, man, it was an awesome experience and fun to get to meet a lot of good people, and just overall, just fun to be back and around, and lots of awesome music for 4 days.
So I did get to live vicariously through the pictures that Cotton sent us, selfies he had with people coming on and off a stage. Cotton, tell our listeners about some of the folks you ran into.
Yeah, it was incredible. Bourbon and Beyond 2025 got some great recordings. I've got a lot of great artists and an amazing experience. I'm purposely going to slow myself down because I was so amped up. I was so amped up at that show that listening to my recordings, I'm like, holy Jesus, buddy, come off the caffeine a little bit, because I was so excited to get to meet these folks and be around them and get interviews with them. But man, what a great time, and did not meet an untrue or unnice person. It was such a fun time. So Thursday was exploratory. Not sure what the Bourbon and Beyond moved. Same property but different setup. Been out there years before, and so Thursday I just used as kind of exploratory. Where is everybody set up at? Where are the little stations, and then we had media credentials, so went back there. That was eye-opening. Didn't have a clue what we were doing. I'm watching all these people get moved from one table to the next, and how do we get to be one of the people that gets to talk to them? So I got to meet my new friends Andy and Mel from the Swamp. They have their own radio station in Louisiana, and they taught me some how to get a hold of the artist, how to talk to their PR people. So I spent Thursday night and Friday morning emailing a bunch of people, and then we got some good shows lined up. So yeah, it was a killer time, man. What an incredible opportunity.
And that's something, Craig, that I didn't think about. And for our listeners, we've had some guests on the show. It's all been kind of organic.
Mm-hmm.
Like none of us have media background of reaching out, talking to people. We don't have the slick, documents to send to them or any of that stuff. So when we reach out and say, hey, we really want to talk to you, it's because we have either found them and we like them, or we know them, or, whatever the reason. So this was a lot different. right? I mean, you were in the middle of it trying to do this, and you were leading it.
No.
Talk a little bit about that process, and then maybe take us into kind of where we're going here with the episode.
So found out that we were supposed to have gotten an email, which we did, but we had my wrong email address the first time, so I didn't have the PR connection. But we figured that out Thursday night after Andy and Mel lined us out a little bit. Thursday, I just kind of bounced around and did the organic version of what we've done previously, and then I spent Thursday night shooting out emails to probably 35 different artists, hoping that we could get squeezed in the night before, or asking for a Friday interview. And I'm asking on Thursday night. And so, man, we got real lucky. I got to, over the weekend, we got to interview Top House, Pigeons Playing Ping Pong, greatest name in the music industry.
Chris Thomas, that is not a made-up
yeah,
band
that was
name.
great.
That's
That
a
was
jam
good.
band.
And I asked them, like, how did you find that name? Was that, and they were like, oh, we saw it. We saw this happening, and we were like, oh, we got to take those two pigeons, and that's how we're playing ping pong, and that's how we're gonna get our name. But Baker.
Well, Craig, you mentioned Top House before you go on. So we had heard that band reference before on the podcast because Asa Daniels, a Gooseberry reference. I can't remember if he said they was good friends with him or had toured with him before.
They opened for him
in DC, maybe.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, and Asa, buddy, we got to spend a lot of time with Asa and Gooseberry. Asa gave us a badass shout out while they were on stage to the Southern Hang podcast. Incredible. But yeah, Top House, man, they were cool as hell. We've got to get them on the show and do a deep dive into Top House and what they are, and more about their band. They were hilarious. And for those that have listened to the Potato Cakes episode, deep dive on their favorite potatoes. So that was hilarious. That was a great 5 minutes. Hell yeah, talking about their potato stuff. So we'll definitely be pulling clips from those interviews and probably putting together some form of compilation episode, or we haven't figured that out yet. We're still trying to piecemeal together all the interviews that we did that week. But yeah, Baker Blankenship, Britt Taylor, and then the one that is our newest friend of the show. We feel like Colt is our main guy. Asa is our main guy, and I think our newest main person in the family is Mabilene. Man, she was awesome. She was incredible. Americana, Spitfire from Tennessee. And me and Sherman and I got to interview her on Friday. Was that Friday? Yeah, it was Friday. It was Friday. Yeah,
I think it was Friday.
She was incredible. And that was so much fun. So tonight's episode, or the day's episode that we're listening to right now, we are going to go into two of her songs from that day on Friday. You're going to get to hear two of her songs and about a 20-minute interview that we did with Mabilene. And so bear with that recording. It's at Bourbon and Beyond. You're going to get the background noise. You're going to hear, people walking by. When we're interviewing her, it's in the media center, or the media tent, which is outdoors. So bear with the recording a little bit, but man, she is awesome. Go spend some time with Mabilene. She is badass. Cool person.
So Neil, you kind of referenced it a moment ago. You and I were living vicariously here through the pictures, and I know we're gonna have a couple songs out there, but can we share some of the pictures as part of our social media uploads? And listeners, I don't know if it may have already been edited out, but a lot of these artists were either holding Craig down or standing on his feet because he was so jacked up to be there. He was about 3 feet off the ground, I think, grinning ear to ear. I was so jealous, man. It looked like a great time.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, I think I saw a shot of Jim James.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just my morning jacket, just walking
there
around.
He was.
The grounds,
There he was. There was Jim James just walking through. We're like, well, there he is. What's up, my man? So yeah, got to get a picture with.
When as as we go into this as well, in the interview, listen for someone. I'll just say that Miss Mabilene has a affinity for and is a big fan of, because that gentleman walked into the area and we almost shut down the interview so she could run over and say hi. So we're not the only ones that are fans of the other artists. The artists are fans of the other artists as well. That was pretty cool to see.
Yeah, that was probably my favorite question. Talking to all of them was, who are you here that you're hoping to see? And they were, every one of them had, somebody like, I can't believe I'm, here they are already artists, and they couldn't believe that they were in the same venue or same area with artist whomever, so.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was cool.
That's how I feel getting a chance to interview the CFC, Craig fucking Cotton.
Dude, it took me every bit of Sunday and Monday and part of Tuesday just to get my balance back. I felt like I was whacked out, and I was running on so much high energy that, and you'll definitely hear it in some of these interviews. I'm just like, holy moly, buddy, take a, let's slow it down and breathe a little bit. I don't think you took a breath in for about 12 minutes, just so excited. So it was amazing. Great experience.
And I think I did. I'm sure our listeners are waiting with bated breath on whether Third Eye Blind was captured. And I think Sherman actually sent me a little video with a cameo checking out a few minutes of Third Eye Blind, which was a pretty cool shot for you to get to.
That'll be pretty cool. I think that guy's going to come on with us. So, yeah, we'll try to figure out if we can get that in maybe a story or a clip or something. I got to get approval on it before I roll with it. So,
Yep.
We'll see.
Awesome.
Well, folks, without
Go
further ado, this is the interview of Miss Mabilene. Take a chance and check her out. She is badass.
Since for those of you who need a little hope in your lives, I know you're lonely. I know you're blue. I know you're swimming against the tide of this opposite way. But it's only love if the stars free. Let's lay down our real good. Try something new. Well, there is a final place where our years lie. Beyond tornadoes, disease, and
Hang family. Welcome to, again, we are Friday, Bourbon and Beyond 2025, and we are graced with Miss Mabilene. She was badass. I got to see her set earlier. She is awesome. The energy coming off her set was unbelievable. Thank you. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for making it. You know, I feel like it takes a strong soul to be out here in the heat all day.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely. And then you have a badass all-girl lineup. That was so much fun to watch.
Yeah, I drove up from Nashville with him, so I got to, we got to have some fun.
Were y'all at the Americana Fest?
No. But we have a lot of people doing that this week, so there's been a lot of back and forth. But they are going back to do some Americana Fest shows to play with some other. I know my drummer's got a show. I think tomorrow at City Winery. Like they're just everybody works. A lot of gigs during this week in Nashville. It's wild.
Do you then get to stay around in Louisville and get to enjoy the city a little bit, or are you going to enjoy the festival?
Well, what was cool is I got to come a day early because I did the tribute yesterday for 9/11, and so that gave me an extra day. So I got to go to what's it called, Nulu?
Yeah, great invitation.
Misa Misa, is that what it's called?
Best
Mish.
Yes.
Mish. Best meal of my life almost.
Did you? Okay. What'd you get for dessert?
We didn't do the dessert.
Oh,
okay, so I have to go back.
Southern Hang fam, you'll remember a couple episodes ago I said the best dessert in the entire city was Knafeh, brown butter Knafeh. Miss Mabilene.
I'm going to see, but I think I needed to go back. I think I needed to leave something behind so I could go back.
Let me know. I'm down just to go for dessert only.
Oh my God.
I'll eat the rest of it. I'll eat everything else.
That place was
so good.
Pure magic.
Right?
Tuna tartare, the little bites.
That's right.
The beets. The
roasted beets. We need a whole episode on this.
We need a whole episode where we just discuss.
Me and you discussing Meesh.
I was literally walking around with my friend who was here helping me yesterday going, Meesh, for like for a day. Because I loved it so much. But all those boutiques, all the artists, like I am in love. I was like, I do love Louisville. I love it here. Yeah.
You'll be back for a longer time.
I know.
It is a great city.
I'm down to come back anytime.
Yeah.
I love it.
Amazing. So you're out of here tonight?
We're going to leave tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Yeah. I think people are going to stick around and let loose, see some music.
Good. So who are you outside of obviously doing your set? Who are you hoping to bump into or see or?
Well,
like
I saw the set I was most excited for, which is Iron and Wine. Like I'm a huge Iron and Wine fan. I just think it's magic, and so I got to. That was right after I played. I rushed over and saw that, and now I'm just seeing what I see. There are so many amazing artists. It's hard to get to all of what you want to see. There are so many stages, and I mean I've never seen Fish. I think that's fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, that's killer. The second song on your set today was about love.
Together Again.
You are a crooner.
Huh?
That was
the crooner one.
Yeah, that is a cool song.
Thank you. The Mirage.
You said it was on some TV show.
Yeah, so there's a show called Unconventional, and it's on this streamer called Reverie, which is all LGBTQ plus streaming content.
Okay.
But they had a show called East Siders. They used a bunch of my music on that show. And then when they were doing this show, like the coolest people, they just were like, send us everything new you have. And they licensed, I think, 3 or 4 of my songs for that show, which...
What's the name of the show again?
Unconventional.
Unconventional. I have to look it up.
Yeah, look it up. There's some really great actors on it. I mean, really stunning actors. Like I was watching and I was like, this is so cool. They're playing my song under this scene. I love these people. You know, it's just so surreal. So
is that the first time that's happened? You've had a song on a film or TV show?
I've had a couple other things on TV shows. But usually like it's playing so softly in the background, you're like, did it even happen? but yeah.
What's that like when your friends, family, people call you? It's like, I just heard, this song on the radio or this song on the. How's that?
I think it's really cool because, like, when you do this, there's so little you do, unless you're like a superstar, that people can really see or understand. And so I think people get excited when they're like, oh, I understand what you're doing. I can see it. There's something tangible and I can support you. Like, they get excited because they're just like, I can support you in this moment, Whereas they don't know what to do when they're like, just in a studio producing something or writing. They're like, sounds interesting, sounds cool. But then they're like, I get it, you know, so it's nice. And they're also just like in this day and age, they're like, did you make some money? And you're like, I did.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah. This time. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, that's kind of so that's a cool question. So you have album Stormborn is out now.
Yeah.
That's your new album, which is
Yeah.
incredible. I spent my morning driving in, listening to it. I was having just a great time coming in.
Thank you.
So how's that going? And I have a follow-up question, but now that we're talking about Stormborn, I want to divert from that.
I mean, you know, it's going. It's so challenging these days if you don't have like a huge marketing team or a huge social media team, because that's where most music discovery is. But, you know, I have songs in a TV show. So, like, and I'm getting to play this festival. So I'd say it's a very slow burn. And I'm just reminding myself that even though they say you have like 3 months to get an album out these days, I'm like, I remember when Jewel put out a record and she played shows for over a year before anybody knew what that was. Like,
Right.
and I'm just like, I'm going to go slow burn. I'm going to go slow burn and just keep working it, because unless you have a huge team behind you or you go viral, it's a crapshoot these days. So, I mean, I'm standing here, so I'd say it's going pretty well in that respect. But in terms of like streaming numbers, things like that, like you just got to keep doing what you're doing and hope it grows, you know,
Please keep doing
believe that it will, believe it'll grow, you know.
And so that's where I was kind of leading to, but I didn't want to divert from your album because that's the cooler subject.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
are you able to do this full time?
I do not do this full time. No. I do this. I teach movement and dance at a place that I have in Nashville, like in the back of my house. I have a bunch of private clients. It's really fun.
Awesome.
And I work at a dress shop part time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just like seasonal prom stylist. I
Yeah.
sell fancy dresses, which is fun.
Well, that's
So I
nice.
do lots of things. You know what I mean? I've done on-set coaching work for films, like when they have a singer who wants to act. Like I'll come in sometimes. So it's really just like a mishmash of different things. They're all creative.
Meesh to mishmash.
It's Meesh to
Right.
mishmash.
Right.
That's Mabilene. I like it. I like it. Well done.
Does the tiara stay on at all times? Is it like a morning, and listeners, you can't see it, but she is wearing an amazing tiara right now.
This is the
that like you
first
wake up in the
time
morning and drink
that
your coffee with the tiara on?
this is the first time this tiara has
'Cause I
come
love it.
out.
This is a great look.
This
You
is
need to
the
own
first
that.
time.
Yeah.
I made this tiara
Oh, did you?
this week. I did, because I got these amazing shorts,
Oh yeah.
and I
She's
was
rocking
and I
bling on the shorts.
yeah, any old iron,
And the
any
bling
old
on the
iron. I got my
boots.
Moo
Yeah.
country. Yeah, I mean they're amazing, and so I was like, well, what do you do? And I was like, a tiara.
Gotta have the tiara.
You
Yeah.
gotta.
We'll have to make sure we get a picture.
For a
so
tiara
we'll have
for
to make sure we get a
balance.
picture more done so I can attach
Yeah.
it to our podcast.
Yeah.
So that people can see the
Yeah.
amazingness that you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're playing a big festival. You want to do some theater. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want it to be fun. You want it to
Express
be.
yourself.
Yeah.
Express yourself. Bring it.
Yeah.
So last night you got to do the 9/11
Yeah.
tribute and sing America the Beautiful. You had a cool outfit on last night, right? Didn't you?
Yeah.
Did you have red, white, and blue? What were
I
you-
did, and I made that
I
too.
was all so excited because I was like, I reached out and then you responded, and then I'm like, there she is. She's singing like I was like, I get to meet her tomorrow.
It was so
all
cool.
jacked up.
Yeah, like I bought these like American flag overalls, and then I cut them really short, and I hemmed them myself, and styled up that outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I was so honored to be asked. You know, like
Yeah.
that meant so much to me. I have so many friends who've served. I actually lived in New York during 9/11. I was
wow.
living in Manhattan. I knew a firefighter who perished in one of the towers. And it's so far in the distance, and yet every year when it comes up, it just kind of hits you. And so when the festival emailed to ask, I was like, it's a hell yeah for me. Like, so it meant a lot to be able to do that. Yeah.
Well, what were we? This year's 24 years?
24.
years?
Not wild.
Crazy. And everybody remembers where
I was-
you were at. You remember
I
what
was
you
a
were
little
doing.
baby. I was a little baby. Just moved to Manhattan and pretty much right away, you know, and
Where were you? You know, mind?
I live in the Lower East Side. I lived in the Lower East Side just below Houston. And I had just moved. I was subletting this like one studio that they'd cut up into lots of little spaces. There was a block
Yeah.
in the World Trade Center. And I had moved a couple weeks before just north some blocks, but I had to leave town. Like, I remember renting a car and picking up all of my friends and just driving out.
Down, huh?
Yeah, no, because we couldn't be there. You needed an ID to drive onto my street or walk onto my street for some time. And
Yeah, my son's birthday was yesterday. He's 22, so I have to do the math.
Oh, wow.
He was 2 and then
Yeah.
4, and then that tells me what year.
it's wild. I mean, there's some artists here who weren't alive,
Yeah.
and that kind of blows my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I also see that you were born in Houston. Did you
I
spend
was.
time in Houston?
I was there till I was 17.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And what part of Houston?
Bel Air, so near the 610 loop.
Okay. I'm born in Texas City, Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
lived
how
in the
about-
Heights. Lived in the Heights.
Stop it.
Lived in the Heights
Stop
till I was
it.
10 years old.
The Heights is one of my favorite
Yeah.
places. And what I was
It wasn't a
saying.
school when I lived there. It was.
Well, no,
it was
but
the poor folk lived there. Now it's
No,
now it's
well,
cool
no.
urban.
But even then, when
urban
you
district.
lived there, there was still that strip where there were all the little shops and antique stores, and I can't remember the name of it. It was like the Heights Pavilion,
Okay.
and it's not there anymore because now all the fancy moved in.
Yeah.
But I went to Houston International Theater School, which was like right there.
Okay.
And when I was walking around, am I saying it right, Nulu?
Yeah.
When I was walking around Nulu, I was like, this reminds me
Right
of
at the
those
Heights.
stores in the Heights
Yeah.
when all those artists lived there. And so I was really excited because it reminded me of the Heights. And like, I remember saying I was going to the movies when
Yeah.
I was little and I was at Fitzgerald.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
On the balcony, that I was like, it's going to collapse one of these days,
Yeah.
but right now we're fine. But
I went to
yeah.
Harvard K through 4.
Oh,
Harvard
yeah.
Elementary.
Yeah.
I tell people I went to Harvard. I don't say that it was elementary.
Yeah.
I just say, oh yeah, I attended
Yeah.
Harvard. 4 years with
Yeah.
Harvard.
yeah.
But it was till 4th grade. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the cool thing about Houston, I got to do shows with Houston Grand Opera and the Alley, and I performed at Miller Outdoor Theater because there was all this funding. Like, the arts are actually really well funded. Like, there were cool underground theater companies when I was there. I mean, some of the places I was, I'm so glad my parents couldn't track my phone then because they would not have been happy. Like, there was a place called Edda's. Did you ever go to Edda's in one of the wards? It was like an old gas station.
I'm sure my parents, know that. But we were 10. I
Yeah.
still go. I pop into Houston every once in
Yeah.
a while. But
Well, see if Edda's is still there because you would knock on the door. Edda's
Okay.
probably no longer with us, but it was where all the blues musicians would go on Sundays when they were in town.
Okay.
And you just go in, order buckets of beer, and hear the best blues music you've ever
that's
heard.
badass.
And everybody's in their Sunday finest, and they're just dancing.
That's badass. So did you get you said 17? Did you start music then? Did you get to start?
I was
playing, or when
acting
did you-
more, and I started music a few years later. So
Oh,
I was
okay.
doing a lot of theater.
You were acting.
I did a little bit of film. I always did music, but music was kind of something I was doing on the side. And then I was in LA, and a friend just turned to me and was like, I think you should be playing music. And I was like, how did you even know I wrote? She's like, I just knew.
Yep.
And then another friend was like, you're going to open for my boyfriend next week at the piano bar. I asked them, they said it's okay. And I was like, what?
Right.
And I played my first gig, and that was it.
And where was that at?
That was it. It was called the Piano Bar. It's no longer in Hollywood.
In-
They tore it down in
In
LA.
LA.
And they tore it down. They built a hotel. But it was an awesome venue. And I was just like, oh, like, this is what I do. I was just hiding this
Oh, yeah.
in the background. And then I was like, oh, I can create whenever I want. I don't have to wait for somebody to give me a role in something. I just get, I have to wait.
my own
I can just make things all the time. I was like, this is better. And then I immediately I started a band back in LA. We toured for a few years. I left the band, moved to Nashville, and I've been Mabilene ever since.
Oh, okay. And your partner, your compatriot, Johnny
On that-
Hanson.
Johnny
I saw
Hansen.
him. He was listed as your main guy that you.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
did
y'all-
this whole album together. It was really
y'all still
cool.
work
Huh?
together? Y'all are still working
Oh
together?
yeah,
or
he
that-
played the Bluebird with me 2 weeks ago.
Oh, awesome.
He's amazing.
Bluebird's badass.
He's it's amazing. And no, I love him. Like, I met him really randomly through his wife is in PR, and I had already hired someone to work my last album, but I met with her anyways because she was moving to Nashville. And then I invited them to a show at the basement, met Johnny, and we hit it off. We did one song together, and I was like, let's make a record.
I think if you look casually to your left, the lead singer for Iron and Wine may have just walked in.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the interview.
Yeah.
We've lost Mabilene. She's off the
Yeah.
interview. I'm like, oh, look at
Just
her.
gonna go fangirl.
Yeah. Have y'all got to meet?
No.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna try to hold on to you as long as we can. But
I'm here. I'll be in the middle of it all day.
I don't want
but
to let you miss your opportunity. Well, he's already taken off. We gotta run and get him.
No. I'm one of those people who is just like, when it's meant
It'll
to be,
happen.
it'll be. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But thank you. No, I think he's amazing. It's so cool to see like a poet on stage, you know? Like they tell you things like this type of music can be on a main stage, this type of music can achieve this thing. And when you're like, well, that's a poet. That's a real poet who plays beautiful music and is making art on stage, playing the biggest stages.
I love lifting your stuff just because it talked about something, it spoke about something it wasn't.
Thank you. Thank you.
Some of the stuff that they just keep putting the same song out over and over again
Yeah.
on public radio.
Yeah.
I don't even listen to public radio anymore.
I know.
Yeah, finding a real artist. That's great. Have you gotten
Thank
to dual your talents and do a show and play music? Have you gotten to act? Any more acting?
Oh,
and have your...
you know, I haven't in a really long time. But what's really interesting is when I was acting, they always found a way for me to sing. I'd be doing a play that didn't have any music in it, and they'd be like, what if the character just started singing here? Or like I did Midsummer Night's Dream at a theater. It was like a equity production of Midsummer Night's Dream. And they were like, and then the first fairy will sing, because I had auditioned doing this Briar in the Rose, but sung like Tom Waits does it. And they were like, but wouldn't it be beautiful in the middle of this scene, you just did that.
Yeah.
So like, I kept happening where like music was getting pulled out of me, and I was just like, and I just kept not listening to the call, but I was still writing. So I would love to do theater again. Like, I know I'm going to butcher the name, but Anais Mitchell. And that's how you say it. She played yesterday, and I kind of fangirled on her in the bathroom. She wrote Hadestown. And I'm just like, that's cool. Like, I'd love to write a musical. I'd love to do another musical. You know, like, I would love to dip my toe back in that world, like, if I got the opportunity, because it's fun.
So is this when you're on set, downtime, and you're waiting, are you just walking around singing, and then they're like, oh, wait a minute, she can sing, and then we got to work this in? Is that how this is going down? Like, why are they just coming to you and saying, hey, you need to sing?
They usually find out, or they find out I write, or I do think sometimes I walk around just singing and I don't know it.
So like everybody else sings in the shower, you are just walking around singing.
I think
you can sing.
I
that's
think
just what
I
you
do. I think, or if like a song is playing, like I'll just start singing along,
Absolutely.
not even knowing I'm doing it because it's a song I love. And people are like,
We do that, but we can't sing. So that's like that's the difference. That's why nobody's asking us to come. Hey, you should be doing. No, you shouldn't.
Yeah.
You should not. You should not be on stage.
well, but you still should sing, because singing
We still sing.
makes you happy and
Absolutely.
it releases endorphins, and I think everybody
100%.
should do it. So
100%.
yeah.
So, and then back to music, instruments. I saw you guitar and mandolin.
Yeah.
You got anything else in the? Are you?
Well, in my old band, we used to tour as a trio a lot, so I kind of became a utility player. So I was like, what do we need to have? What do we need to fill in this sound?
Yeah.
And I would just learn parts. So I would play the harmonium. I would play a broken down drum kit. I play ukulele. I have a Koaloa ukulele, sends me ukuleles. They've endorsed me out of Honolulu because I did a whole album a long time ago with the ukulele. So I've gravitated to guitar because I write on it mostly now, but I like playing lots of things. I'm always like, I'm not like, I see these bluegrass players and I'm like drooling. I'm like, how freaking cool to be like a wizard on your instrument. And I'm just like, I just learn parts, and my instrument is my voice and hopefully my writing. Do you know what I mean? But it's cool. I love picking up new things and seeing if I can stumble around on them.
Your set was a lot of fun. I wish I could have stayed for the whole time, but I got to see the first half of it.
Thank you.
It was definitely incredible. So where you head to now? Is that you get to go to
I'm gonna go.
your next time you're performing?
I'm gonna go
Are you
home.
back
I'm
to
gonna go home
seamstress
to
or-
Nashville.
or,
I'm
making dresses,
selling dresses.
selling dresses.
Probably not a ton right
drinking
now, but
coffee with your tiara.
drinking coffee with my tiara.
Right there.
Writing. I mean, my next show in Nashville is at Brown's Diner on October 23rd, so I'm really excited for that.
Okay.
I do some shows in North Carolina. My parents live in Asheville, and that community is getting back up and going. I help my mom with some art she does And one of the venues that was lost in the hurricane last year is reopening at the end of the month. So I'm going to go help her with that installation and be there for the reopening because they lost the whole space called the Marquee. They're going to be the first one to reopen in the River Arts District. So I'm going to go support them there.
When is that?
September 25th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I'm going to play some shows around North Carolina and, Nashville. And I'm just booking things, like I do it all myself still. I have some people who help me out when they can.
Good.
Some like super fans who are like, you're going to come play this thing. And I go and do it. But just playing whenever I can to promote the record and writing and.
Yeah, your vibe is too cool to hold you down. So, you were great. I loved when I got to go watch you and then
Thank
see
you.
you yesterday on the stage doing the 9/11 tribute. That was badass.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah,
And is
pleasure.
there anything else you want to plug or say hi or mention, or is there something we don't know that you're being top secret about?
I know. I don't know. I have
Yeah.
to think of something. I should have had time to prepare.
I'll throw one to you.
Okay.
What is the Meesh of Nashville?
Okay, I don't know. So there is a new place, so I'm going to plug them, even though I've never
That's
been there. I'm going to
Okay,
plug them.
we'll take it.
There's two things. There's a woman named Louisa Shafia. She does mostly
Cool name.
private cooking, and she has a cookbook. Makes the best Persian food ever. But near me, and I swear I manifested this. I'm not saying I totally believe in it, but I know I made this happen. A couple blocks from my house, they're opening a place called Noosh, which is also Persian Iranian cooking. And I think it's opening next month. And I fangirled on Instagram. I was like, this is my dream come true. Thank you so much. And they said they were going to invite me to a VIP opening event in October. And I was like, yes.
Yes.
So let's hope it is Noosh. And because I've had nothing like Meesh in Nashville. And Nashville has great food, but Meesh is magic.
Magic.
It's
Buddy.
magic.
Tell me they're not getting to buddy. That's my buddy's my adjective for all things.
Uh-huh.
If it's good, buddy. If it's bad, buddy. If it's so like you can use buddy in all situations.
Yeah.
So they're catching on that. Sometimes I go down rabbit holes. I say it too much, and my wife's like, "You need to back up. You're buddying way too much." So I'm like, "Come on, buddy. Come on." So buddy can use the use.
But she knows your buddies,
Oh,
and
yeah.
she knows all the various
I'm like,
buddies.
She can interpret. Oh yeah.
She's a buddy interpreter.
Yeah.
I like it.
Thank you very much.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all for having me. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
All right.
This one you can hear on the TV show Unconventional, and it's a love song. For those of us who have some issues with love. Not me, but maybe it's you. Let's do it. The Mirage. I really wanna say I do. Get wrapped up inside you. The kind of love that never parts. And you would be so nice to come home to. Wine and roses in the bedroom. Fire in the heart. Oh, it's never like it to be. Oh, it's never as it seems. Colors fade away. Passion starts to fade. I belong to you. I'm walking out your door. Oh, you have a way with words. Talk so sweet that it hurts. Oh, I never see it coming. Colors fade away. Passion starts to fade. How can I belong to you? I'm walking now your door.
All right, folks. Well, thank you for tuning in to Miss Mabilene and bearing with the on-site recording from the phone. I know you could hear a lot of background noise, but we are going to have Miss Mabilene back very soon, so we can dive deeper into her music, get a better and more thorough story. So, Miss Mabilene, our newest member of the Southern Hang family, she was badass, and can't wait to have her back.
Absolutely, and Redmond, Neil, the thing that you didn't get to hear, and I hope that you got to hear that, is that she is a big fan of Meesh.
Oh.
We had that conversation, and as soon as she said that she went there, the first thing I asked her is, "Did you get dessert?" She said no. I started talking about brown butter Knafeh, and boom, she's coming back. She wants to go. So when she gets back here, Sherman brown butter. Knafeh is ready to roll, guys.
Oh man, I love the Southern Hang callbacks.
Oh, buddy! As soon as I heard it, I'm like, yeah. Everybody, I want y'all to pay attention, and you hear it in the interview. So appreciate it. And
it's a deep dive into the archives right there, man.
Hey, we're not the only artists. Aren't the only ones with the deep cuts. We can take you back.
How far do you want to go back?
Just bring it. All right, guys.
Yeah, thank you, Southern Hang listeners, and thank you, Miss Mabilene. And we will catch y'all on the next episode.
Great episode.
See you.
Later, guys.